This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good day. Welcome to your news at noon on Kaieteur Radio for Friday, December 30th, 2022. I'm Kevin Smith. In your news today, since assuming office, neither President Irfan Ali nor his Vice President, Dr. Bara Jagdeo, has ensured the release of ExxonMobil's local content reports, which are submitted to the state on a half-yearly and annual basis. In fact, it is well over 2 years since the Ali government has been in office, and the public is none the wiser about the oil giant's true performance on hiring and training locals, as well as the use of indigenous products and services for the period 2016 to 2022. The two alleged suspects in the Boxing Day robbery and shooting to death of Shimron Adams, the Durban and Chapel Street Lodge businessman, have been arrested, police have confirmed in their report. The two men have been identified as Andrew Ridley of Alboystown and 20-year-old Akilo Marshall. On Thursday, police sources close to the investigation, in an interesting twist, revealed that the woman who was with Adams on Boxing Night told investigators that she shared a relationship with both Ridley and the businessman. The woman reportedly told police that Ridley had found out about her relationship with Adams after seeing photographs and text messages on her phone. She said Ridley took away her phone and told her that he will rob Adams. The woman said she begged him to change his mind. However, the suspect robbed and shot him. Meanwhile, neighboring oil and gas producer Trinidad and Tobago is prepared to reject bids from two of the country's major oil and gas producers, as they have failed to meet the country's minimum requirement for accessing its offshore oil blocks. In an exclusive Reuters report said on Wednesday, the Trinidad and Tobago government is set to have discussions with BP and Shell, the only two companies that took part in its oil block auction, but will be holding back its deepwater asset if the oil majors cannot come to terms with the basic requirements of the Twin Islands' most recent bid round. And the government would have withdrawn revenue from the Natural Resource Fund 3 times this year since receiving some from its oil from its oil sector. The money amounted to more than $600 million or more than 100 billion Ghana dollars. Despite this windfall cash growing this year's budget to the largest the country has ever seen, Shadow Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Roysdale Ford said that quality of life for the ordinary Guyanese saw negligible to zero improvement. He said that twice this year the government dipped into the NRF. In May, $200 million was withdrawn. In July, another $200 million, and this month, $207.6 million. Ford said that the 2022 budget was the largest ever. Ghana expects to earn more than $1 billion from the oil and gas, and the economy is projected to grow by 60%. Meanwhile, 19-year-old Moreno Thomas, a construction worker of Lot 27 Adventure Public Road, Essequibo Coast, was on Wednesday remanded to prison for allegedly robbing and beating two market vendors. Thomas was charged for the offense of robbery with violence, which occurred on December 23rd and committed on 56-year-old Odo and Nalini Prasad. The teen pleaded guilty and was remanded to prison. Following up on President Ali's announcement in October of a $900 million revolving fund to boost Ghana's forestry sector, Dr. Ashni Singh on Thursday signed a memorandum of understanding with Demerara Bank Limited during a simple signing ceremony at the Ministry of Finance. President Ali had indicated during his announcement that government's intention is to increase its focus on small, medium, and community loggers, and had noted that the government and Demerara Bank Limited will collaborate to make available the $900 million revolving fund to increase production in the forestry sector, the Ministry of Finance said in a press release. It is now 12 hours 6 in Guyana. You're listening to Kaieteur Radio. This is your news at noon. We'll take a short break and return.
You don't have to be a fountain of knowledge to help children with their schoolwork while they're at home. But you do have to be caring, understanding, loving, and patient. It's an unsettling time for everyone, but children still need a safe and secure environment. So don't overwhelm them with endless news items or problems. Keep them gainfully occupied and amused, exercised and rested. Protect our children.
A message from the Child Care and Protection Agency, Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, and UNICEF.
Win big with Survival. Shop at Survival this Christmas and you can be a lucky winner in Survival's Home Makeover for Christmas promotion. Spend $5,000 and over for a chance to win one of 3 grand home makeovers. A kitchen makeover, a bedroom makeover, or even a living room makeover. What are you waiting for? It doesn't stop there. You can also be the winner of one of 7 fabulous consolation prizes. So come on down and shop price smart at Survival. Promotion ends on December the 31st.
Welcome back. Let's continue with the news. Justice Navindra Singh will today hand down his decision in the case challenging the legality of the passage of the Natural Resource Fund Bill, which was approved in the National Assembly on December 29, 2021. The case was initiated by the APNU-AFC Opposition Chief Whip Christopher Jones and trade unionist Norris Witter. Among other things, the duo claimed that due to the absence of the parliamentary mace, the most significant symbol in the National Assembly, and some members not seated, the legislation cannot be regarded as being lawfully passed. And the Ministry of Housing and Water has constructed the first 100 single-flat low-income homes with 2 bedrooms in Hampshire, Williamsburg, Berbice, Region 6, each measuring 20 by 30 feet. The construction of the 100 homes is partial fulfillment of the government's commitment of delivering some 50,000 house lots to Guyanese within its first term in office. The entire scheme has the basic amenities, which include electricity and water. 13 contractors received contracts totaling about $750 million to construct the first 100 homes in the region. These contracts were awarded in November of 2021. And at this time, we close things off with the page 7 of today's Kaieteur News, of course, dedicated to being blunt. One Guyana against the lopsided Exxon deal. President Irfan Ali has been trying hard to rally Guyanese behind his One Guyana project. Though laudable given the fractured relations among the various groups here, the initiative is bound to fail because many citizens do not think President Ali and his government are sincere. We at Kaieteur believe that a rallying point from which One Guyana can take flight is the renegotiation of the Exxon contract to bring greater benefits to Guyanese. With the high levels of poverty and inequality here, any real effort to extract more for Guyana from the oil deal will see all and sundry lining up behind Ali on his One Guyana project. But no, he and his Vice President Bharat Jagdeo are hell-bent on keeping Guyanese impoverished while pushing their unity agenda. There will be no One Guyana when all the dealing and wheeling of our oil benefit only the foreigners and a few in the PPPC. And with that, we've come to the end of today's News at Noon. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Stream